to Motivation by Child. You already know, if you're here, maybe my story can motivate you, maybe my story can motivate others, and maybe it can motivate you to share your stories with others. So you remember last episode, we talked about my alopecia and how I was getting love for myself. Episode 2 is about loving yourself. So let's just go ahead and step into it. As y'all can see, I don't have any makeup on, and that starts with loving yourself. I realized I was wearing makeup for so long. Like, I wouldn't say I was wearing makeup for so long, but every time I stepped in on the camera, I had to put makeup on just, you know, to present myself well. Now, don't get me wrong, on my reels on Instagram, I do be wearing my makeup because I do believe in showing a presentation about yourself, you know, very spectacular, you know, presentable to the crowd. I do believe that, but now I'm stepping into not wearing so much makeup when I get on camera. Because I don't even wear makeup like during the week, for real. I don't wear makeup Monday through Friday to work. I'm just gonna say that. And I'm blind, I wear glasses. I got my contacts in, child. So I'm blind and I got my contacts. This is me loving myself. The only thing is I have my wig on today. But that's okay, because last video you guys saw me without my wig. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go back and watch that video as well. I know I started off with me saying I don't wear makeup, but I do want to get into some things back when it started off, you know, in my childhood. I grew up in a 2-parent household. I have one sibling. We are 14 years apart. When I say 14, I don't know why my mama waited so long to have me, but we're not gonna really get into that. My mom and my dad got divorced around when I was very young. So, you know, growing up, I didn't have 2 married parents, but I had 2 parents that still loved each other, that loved their kids. So it was never no drama and things like that. I definitely grew up around older people. Since my sister was 14 years older than me, in which she is also older than me and I'm younger than her, you know, our time difference of life was different. You know, she had parents when they were married and I didn't. So the way I saw life, she saw life differently. But that's okay, because me and my sister grew up to be super, super close. I'm just so glad that we're super close, because, you know, some siblings, I'm not gonna say most, but some siblings they might not be like as close when they're 14 years apart, because that is a good age difference. But honey, we like best friends. So shout out to my sister girl. Hey girl. I'm so funny, y'all. But anyway, so I grew up in a 2-parent household. Because I didn't have any younger siblings and I was around a lot of older people, even my cousins was always older than me. I didn't have any little cousins come until maybe like some years, or maybe like a year after I was born. So we were never like super, super close. Maybe one cousin I was super close. On my dad's side, that we were super close when we were kids, but I didn't really have a lot of cousins or anything like that we were just super close in age. So as I grew up, I gained this like old spirit. And people like now, or people when I was younger, would always tell me like, girl, you got an old spirit and you goofy and you outgoing and your personality bright, but honey, you is crazy, honey. But in a good way. I'm like, that's okay, because God loves me. I love myself. I love my personality. So I would say number 1 starts with how people view you. How people view you as far as like you going out, how your personality is. Like, just be yourself. People are gonna love you for you. Even if they say I'm crazy, goofy, I'm laughing all the time, I'm outgoing, my bright personality, I promise you, people will love you just for who you are, even if you are introvert. Because I'm an extrovert, honey, but I know some people out there are introverts. I have had a lot of friends that are also introverts. Like, they're not super extroverted like me, but it's okay, because we still blend, and they mellow me out. Because some days I be needing to mellow out because I always be on the go. But they love me for who I am. So I just want you all to get a group of friends, some family members that love you for who you are, with your personality, and just you as a whole. Just take you as a whole. And, you know, going back to the makeup thing too, like, be around people that's going to tell you you're beautiful without makeup. Be around people that's going to tell you you're beautiful with makeup. No hair. Be around people that's just going to motivate you daily, beauty-wise, you know, just appearance-wise. And when you have those group of people around you, I promise you, it just makes your day so much brighter. Like, I have so many of those co-workers now, friends now, family members now that constantly give me affirmations. Be around people that constantly give you affirmations, and I promise you, you're going to want to keep sticking around those friends, those family members, those co-workers. Like, you need positivity around you, and we all need positivity, because baby, I know I do. What I go through every day, I definitely need some positivity and no negativity. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I got my notes here because I'm not all the way there yet to be saying stuff right off the back of my head so I can remember. So I'm gonna be real with y'all, I got little notes, but I'm gonna get there. So number 2, we're gonna talk about going out by yourself. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I am not there yet going out by myself as much. I am trying, but not trying hard enough. I know a lot of my friends go out by themselves, like to the bar, you know, maybe go to the movies, maybe just do, you know, things by themselves. But my thing is, I don't have a problem with going to the movies by myself, going out to eat. My thing is probably like going out to eat more by myself, like going to a bar, because I just be like, if I go to the bar, these folks gonna talk to me, because I just really want my alone time. Like, and that's my thing. But I feel like you gain more self-love when you do things by yourself. You gain that love for yourself to just be able to go out and be able to just accept your surroundings for what it is, but also be by yourself, because I have had people around me that cannot be by themselves as much, and I also have struggled with that at one point in my life. So it's like, now I want to be able to do those things by myself, like going out to eat. See, I go get my nails done by myself, I can go shop by myself. But when it's like other people around me sitting down and other people looking at me and I'm by myself, like, and I'm eating and they notice it, it still haven't been the best. So I can do those things for myself, like, you know, going out by myself. But I have had a lot of like influence with my friends, like, girl, just do it. I feel like that's just something you just do. Like, you just got to do it. And then I feel like you will be more able to just cope with your everyday life just by yourself. Every time, it don't have to be somebody with you. It ain't got to be a friend with you every time. It ain't got to be your daddy with you every time, your mama with you every time, your siblings with you every time. Like, sometimes just do things by yourself. And I can say that's one of those things I still need work on. But I'm definitely gonna get there. And honey, I'm gonna probably start vlogging and just show y'all times, or put a picture up or something, or a video on my videos to show y'all, like, hey y'all, I did it, cousins. I went out and I did it. Because I'm 28 and I'm getting too old to not be going out to a restaurant by myself. I'm trying to remember, have I did it? You know what, I don't know. And if I have did it, I can't remember. So that means it's not super relevant right now, because obviously I have not did it yet. But I'm gonna do it. Remember, it's no judgment zone here. So number 3, learning how to say no when it comes to loving yourself. I feel like you should not feel bad when you're saying no, when you're putting yourself first. And that also comes with boundaries when you say no. Like, for instance, let me just go and do this. If you are on a level of, I want to become closer to God, and I need to put my work into, you know, focusing on God and reading my Bible and doing things that's going to focus on Him. And then you also have this other side with your friends that's like, girl, let's go out, let's go hang out, let's go get some food. Girl, let's go to this lounge, let's go to this club, let's get in this section. Which one are you going to do? Are you going to choose what you know God needs you to be doing? Or are you going to choose what can just make you feel happy in that moment? And that's when you have to put in and set your boundaries with your friends or your family members or your coworkers and say, look, no, I can't go. Like, I'm learning how to say no. Like, I know what's more important to me. Now, if your lifestyle is not that, and you're not in that season where you feel like you need to be drawing a little bit closer to God at this point in your season, hey, that's on you. If you feel like you want to go party and do that, but I'm talking to the people that's in that season that you know you're supposed to be drawing yourself closer to God in ways where He's showing you, like, hey, I'm giving you the tools you need to be doing. Now you need to do this and not make excuses to go on and get happy in a moment. It's nothing wrong with hanging out with your friends. It's nothing wrong with going out to eat, because baby, I'm gonna tell you something. I love food. I love to eat, so I love a lounge with food. All my friends know I like food. Food. Like, that's me. Food. That's all I eat, and I'm still petite, but that rhyme, you heard that. For me, it's like, I have to learn how to separate the two. And I had to learn how to separate the two. So I wasn't afraid to say no. And I'm still learning how to say no. That's just boundaries you have to set with putting yourself first and loving yourself. Because when you do the right thing and you say no, and you're happy about when you said no, putting yourself first, man, that's just the best happiness ever. Because it's like, I said no, dang, I kind of feel bad. But at the same time, it's like, I know what I need to be focused on. I know what I need to be doing. So when you know in general you need to be focused on something, learn how to say no to things that are not, to things that are not benefiting you right now at the moment. It's okay to say no. And that comes with setting boundaries with your friends and your family. Because let me tell y'all something, sometimes you got to say no to your family. Your family get real mad when you say no, because they think because you family, you got to say yes. They think because you're family, you have to be down for them at that moment, at that time. But what family also have to understand is we got a life. Our mental health come first. We gotta pray. We might have to take a time to ourselves. We might don't want to talk on the phone. So as family members, guys, and girls, we have to understand that sometimes you just can't jump. Everything is just not about jumping on everything. Sometimes it takes time for you to say, hey, I might need to sit down for a little bit, honey. I can't talk right now. I'm a little busy. I got something I need to focus on, but I'm gonna call you right back. Oh, girl, can you just run to the store? I'm gonna call you right back. I might get it done if I finish with this. But if you need something else, hopefully I'll be available. But right now I have to say no. I'm sorry, but I have to say no. And it's okay to say no to your family members. And family members have to also learn that they're going to have to learn how to create their boundaries too, because you can't say yes to every family member. Don't take it to heart when you say no, because yes, they might feel some way that moment, but I promise you they're going to get over it. They ain't going to hold it over your head. And if they hold over your head, guess what it's time to do? You got to keep moving and moving in that season where God wants you to move. You don't got time to be holding grudges. That's not how life's supposed to be. We ain't got time. All right? So learning how to say no, putting yourself first, that's loving yourself. I'm going to go back. Going out by yourself, that's loving yourself. Doing things on your own, that's loving yourself. That's also putting yourself first. Being just truly, going back to number one, being just truly who you are. Remember, like, people are going to love you for who you are. So just truly love yourself in that aspect of just who you are and where you are in life. Don't let people put you down because you're not living up to their standards. Don't let people put you down because you're not where they are. Like, oh, honey, that could be a whole nother story right there. Okay, another one is learning how to treat yourself and do what you love. Now, this is a story because, doing what you love, I will really say I started acting and singing when I was in elementary school. I did it all of my life, all the way up to high school. I act and I sing, and that's all people knew me as. China that can act, China that can sing, the girl that can sing in that high school. When I got to college, I found a different love. And, I feel like this is something I always say. Just because you are good at something don't mean that's where God called you to be. Remember that. Just because you're good at something does not mean that's where God called you to be. Because you might be good at something for 20, 30 years and God throw something in your face and this is where he wants you. And now you're like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable. This is not what I normally do. Oh, baby, he'll put you in that realm of life, because coming from acting and singing, guess what I'm doing now? Real spiritual reels that are motivating others. I would never thought I would be doing this. So he switched it real quick on me. I wanted to do that my whole life. I got so many no's and I got some yeses, but it didn't work out for me when I wanted to. But God had a whole nother plan for me that I didn't know at that time. So let me tell you this. When I was in college, I started to model, and that was something different for me because I didn't really think too much about like modeling too much, but it actually became a hobby and I started to love it. Modeling in college was called Elite, and I met some great people around me. And after that, I took Elite and I moved up so much. I started learning how to do makeup, and then I also learned how to model as well. I'm gonna put some pictures up here because I want you guys to see some little modeling pictures I did when I was in school and also when I was out of school. Some photographers did some pictures of me, and I really love that. You know, it's not something like I'm focusing on, but it is a craft for me that I would love to do it if somebody said, hey, come take some pictures for me. So I really like modeling. You know, it was really fun. So, you know, I gained a love for myself in modeling. I want to say, like, if you truly love yourself, find some things that are new. I tried to learn how to skate, child. Let me tell you something. I cannot skate. I mean, I can skate regular, but as far as like bag and bag, when they be, as far as like bag and bag, honey, I cannot do that. But I can't wait till I get ready to skate and learn. But I bought some skates, y'all. I bought some skates. So if any of my cousins out there know how to skate and want to teach me to skate backwards, please, I'm begging you. Like, I really want to learn how to skate. That's something new. Like, I started to love to want to do. Like, so every time I see somebody skating online, I be like, girl, I gotta get on the skating ring for real, because they be so dope, y'all. The men and the women, when they be skating, I be on the camera. But yeah, those are some new things that I really started loving about myself, which is modeling, and then wanting to learn how to skate. Also, I found myself reading in some seasons, and let me tell you, I don't like to read like that, but I found myself reading in some seasons, and reading has been very interesting for me because I have had more spiritual books, which is like Sarah J. Roberts, and I've also had Pastor Michael Todd. Those are books that I actually have read. I haven't been to like novels. I haven't been to like regular books, but more of like, I guess, more godly spiritual books. I have been reading just a little bit. I have to get back on my reading as far as like books, and I'm really reading more of my Bible too, I will say that. So reading hasn't been like my best cup of tea, but as I'm gaining more wisdom from God, I am learning how to read more. So I would say this one is about loving yourself, as far as like finding some new things about you that you don't know. I'm telling y'all got some stuff about y'all that y'all don't know that God has given y'all, and y'all just ain't opened it up yet. Y'all better open up that book, baby, because it's still closed. It's still halfway. It's halfway opening because you scared. Do not let fear hold you back. Oops, another one. Don't let fear hold you back, but don't let fear hold you back from doing something that you may love, that you want to do, that you want to put your energy into, that you might love for yourself. Do not let fear hold you back. Do you know how long fear held me back from doing this YouTube? Child, about 5-6 years, because I was like, how I'm finna get on there and talk? But look at me now, I'm talking, and God has given me the grace. He has given me the energy to get on this camera and talk to you all like I'm talking to a crowd of 5,000. But I am so glad to be able to share with you all some couple things about loving yourself. So I want to go back over this with you again. Remember, start off with who you are today. Just for people loving you, going out by yourself, doing things that you love by yourself, learning how to say no, creating those boundaries and putting yourself first. That's loving yourself. Learning how to treat yourself and do what you love. I feel like those are the most important things, especially learning how to treat yourself. You better give yourself respect. You walk into that room, baby. When you walk into that room, hold your head high. Walk in there like you got $1 billion. And they don't know, you might have $1 in your account. But when you walk into the room and people see that energy, they don't know how to act. But one thing I will say is they're going to talk about you like you got some class going on about yourself, you know, and you have to have that. And I have learned how to walk in a room with my head high, you know, money or not. Walk into a business with my head high. Walk into a Louis Vuitton. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Like walking into a Chanel store with my head high. Honey, please. Oh, you want 5 bags? Oh, I need 5 bags. Yes, ma'am. Which color do you want? Because I'm finna get it today. But they don't know that. They don't know what I got in my account. But remember, you hold yourself to a standard when you know you love yourself and you showing yourself class and you respecting yourself. And I feel like, you know, that's just the best thing you can do, because when you love yourself, remember God loves you too, and you have to remember that. So thank you guys for coming to my channel, coming to this video, just staying here to listening to me. And because I talked about a little bit of boundaries today, I want to talk about on the next episode. So come back for episode 3, because baby, we're going to talk about how to create boundaries. And boy, did I have to create some boundaries with some men. So I guess I'm going to see y'all on the next episode. Bye. Bye, cousins. Love you.